Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are now working on the Two Noble Kinsmen. And yesterday we had the prologue telling us that this story is based on a story by Chaucer, and that the prologue really hopes that it isn't terrible and so bad that it makes Chaucer roll over in his grave. So today we're in Act 1, Scene 1, and we get to kick this off and meet some characters and stuff. And we're going to hear from the first queen, which will make sense in a second. So we've got the play starts off with a wedding, which I think is fun. Not every play starts off with all the pomp and circumstance of a wedding, but this is definitely a pomp and circumstance kind of a wedding. We've got Hymen there, we've got flower people, we've got songs. There's a boy who sings a song about roses and how beautiful they are and flowers and how lovely and all of this sort of stuff. This whole train, this whole procession comes in, but then these three queens come in dressed all in black, and they throw themselves at the feet of the people who are getting married, which are Hippolyta and Theseus. What? Are we in Midsummer Night's Dream? No, this Hippolyta is spelled a little bit different. But I think you could do some interesting crossovers if you wanted to. Anyway, this Theseus is the Duke of Athens. We are in Athens. And he's getting married to Hippolyta, and then Emilia is Hippolyta's woman in waiting, whatever. So these three queens throw themselves at the feet of Theseus, Hippolyta, and Emilia, and they're like, please listen to us, please listen to us. We need your help, we need your help. And the king is like, well, what can we do for you? Or not king, Theseus, the duke, is like, what can we do for you? And the first queen says to him, we are three queens whose sovereigns fell before the wrath of cruel Creon, who endured the beaks of ravens, talents of the kites, and pecks of crows in the foul fields of Thebes. He will not suffer us to burn their bones, to earn their ashes, nor to take the offense of mortal loathsomeness from the blessed eye of holy Phoebus, but infects the winds with stench of our slain lords. O pity, Duke! Thou purger of the earth, draw thy feared sword that does good turns to the world. Give us the bones of our dead kings, that we may chapel them. And of thy boundless goodness take some note, that for our crowned heads we have no roof, save this which is the lions and the bears, and vault to everything. So what she's saying, these three queens used to be married to three kings who were all killed by Creon in battle. They were killed by Creon, and Creon is not allowing them to retrieve the remains of their fallen husbands. He's just sort of leaving the bodies to rot in the field. And the queens are very offended and very upset by this, and they are begging with Theseus to go and get the remains of their husbands brought back to them so that they can give them a proper burial. And then at the very end, she's also like, and by the way, we're also kind of homeless right now. So it's quite a switch in terms of we have all the pomp and circumstance of this wedding, and now we have these three widows saying, please help us get the remains of our loved ones so that we can bury our husbands. So of course Theseus has to respond, and his response is tomorrow's monologue. So we'll see you then for that.